Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. We can finally leave Fenac Town, shadow Pokémon in hand, and travel to a new area. Also, I noticed that Umbreon and Espeon don't get to ride in the passenger car anymore, so, do you think they harbour a kind of grudge towards Rui? Like, she stole their perfectly cushy deal.
Yeah, why doesn't she go in the Pokeball so they can have the comfy ride? That's not fair.
I know! It's so rude!
Well, this is the construction lot / site / whatever. It's basically an area that's not going to be finished until later in the game, so just enjoy all the construction going on right now, I guess.
Yeah, but they make you come here at this point in the game before you can go to the next useful place, whatever, so I guess just soak in the beautiful sights of this shithole.
I am. There'll be a Colosseum here. A Pokémon Colosseum.
Credits.
Roll credits.
I love it. Alright, what else we got here? Pyrite Town. Ooh.
I hope you're ready to click your fingers like you've never clicked before, because this music coming up is so fucking amazing.
I know, it's just like, duh.
That's going to be incredibly offbeat and off-sing. Don't worry, Future Flame, okay, Richie?
Oh, I love the place in this. Like, you can see from this place why this town is in such a state of disrepair.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I think he's bought this bullshit face value.
Oh, Jesus. What a bunch of soy boys. Just put him in jail, take the Pokemon, flash a gun.
It's fine, he's just have a civil conversation and just get tricked again. Even though this guy, you can tell that he's a known troublemaker in this town.
Well, that's why we're here. We're here to sort out Pyrite Town, which means, Richie, I assume you have trivia for this.
Give me a second. I'm not fully prepared on some of these things, but pyrite, obviously, it's another mineral. It's specifically a gemstone. Well, it is also a mineral. A shiny yellow mineral consisting of iron disulfide and typically occurring as intersecting cubic crystals. That is pyrite.
There you go, and Pyrite Town was likely inspired by the various former mining communities in the Phoenix area that have been reduced to rusting ghost towns. Agrila and Wickenburg are the closest in correlation to Phoenix, as Pyrite Town is to Fenac City.
Ah.
And you'll see that mining inspiration when we get further down into the town, because there is a massive fucking hole in the middle of it, which is kind of amusing to me, honestly. But yeah, they have their own fortune teller as well. I believe later on in the game, she becomes your useful guide. She's basically your Tikal, who tells you where to go if you get a bit lost.
Oh, the train is leaving. Better get it.
Do you want to know some of the other names that Pyrite Town has in other languages?
Sure, there's only like antics happening on screen, you might as well.
Well, of course. So Japanese, it's Pyrite Town, which is from pyrite, and pyrite is actually also known colloquially as fool's gold, which is quite nice. But it may also be a play on the word pirate due to the increased presence of thieves and criminals in the area. Everything else is pretty much pyrite, piratus. And then, once again, Italian and Spanish are slightly different because Italian is sulfuria, which is from sulfur or sulfuro or sulfide, which is a reference to iron sulfide, which is in pyrite but isn't fully pyrite. And then the Spanish is pueblo pirita, which is pyrite but still.
Okay. I took in like 50% of that, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I can't believe they're illegally downloading Shadow Pokemon. That's my takeaway.
How dare they? How dare they? Like, are you two just gonna be like recurring characters here? You weren't impressive the first time.
No, anytime you want to beat the shit out of a Whismur, we'll be right here.
Like, go Whismur, and he just gets trapped between the bars.
Jesus.
I mean, they are basically your comic relief villains throughout. If I recall correctly, it's pretty much most of the Mirror B saga, and then they do disappear a little bit. Am I right, Flame? It's been a very long time since I played Colosseum, so once again, memory slightly foggy on that front.
They'll be about, but they're mainly useful to the plot early in the game.
Yeah, so about what I thought of. They're pretty much mostly present during this sort of Mirror B saga, and then they do sort of vanish, but pop up every now and again.
Basically, yeah.
You know, for a town that's like on the verge of bankruptcy, all these people seem to have like widescreen, flat screen televisions and whatnot.
in 2004, no less.
Jesus, oh my god, look at this absolute unit.
I know, Duking is an absolute beast, and he is amazing.
He is a cool character, yeah, I like him. And then I like this little kid on guard here.
There's nothing special behind... Oh god, we've got us a game corner situation.
Push it? Who wouldn't?
Yeah, why not? What you gonna do, pussy? Not push the button?
Well, I mean, our guard was watching us. He just watched us as we broke in.
Well, maybe that's what he thought watchmen meant, but I guess we have a sort of like underground ragtag resistance here who are trying to snag the snaggers and whatnot.
Basically, like, she's a redhead, so maybe she's taking Knuckles' spot in the resistance or something. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. We've done forces,
Well,
okay? We don't need to talk about forces anymore. No, shut up, Richie. I don't care what you have to say about forces.
Well, no, it wasn't about forces, it was more sort of the colour palettes, because you had a blue character, a pink character, a character with red hair, and then you've got a character wearing a yellow shirt outside. You've basically got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles and Amy right there and there.
Jesus.
It really is the resistance.
So why is Duking, like, flaking on saving the town and whatnot? Didn't they say that he used to be mayor and whatnot?
I think he's a little bit crushed right now because of everything that's going on.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that there's something which I think is going to get revealed a little bit later on. Of somebody's got a little sum on Duking, which means that he's kind of got to, unfortunately, suffer and not do anything.
I got you. Blackmail is the name of the game in Pyrite Town.
Apparently.
Yeah, you've never seen such a wretched hive of scum and villainy anywhere.
Well, except in Star Wars, where you shamelessly stole that reference from. Alright, what are we buying here?
I think I might just be getting some health items and that's about it. Because they do actually give you a decent stock of stuff like antidotes, awakenings, all that kind of stuff off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean also the fact that you can buy revives this early on in a Pokemon game, that's nuts!
And hyper potions as well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I suppose considering also that your team is so small at this point and it's very difficult to build it up quickly, it makes sense that they gave you those healing items because you are more likely to need them because your team is smaller.
As well as the fact that like you start off in like the mid-20s level-wise, so you're gonna need a bit more to restore all your health and whatnot than like the other games where you start at like level 5 and you just sort of work your way up. Because like a regular potion ain't gonna do shit in helping you out when you got like 80 health points overall near enough.
Yeah.
We're actually not too far off from evolving this Quilava, although I'm not entirely sure whether he can evolve without being blanked, as it were.
You keep ignoring all these Pokemon. That's fucking rude, mate. Maybe answer them rather than blanking them.
Oh, well. I'm trying to not spoil this, like, decades-old game.
And I honestly don't know why, because I mean it's pretty obvious how that one's going to go down. But yes, you're not going to be able to evolve Quilava until the arbitrary point later down the line. I believe that technically it is the next city along. Am I right, Flame?
Maybe. We've got quite a bit to do before we can like get on with that.
There is a lot of plot. There's a lot going on in Pyrite Town before we get to that point. But I'm pretty sure that it is the next key location on the map, which would make sense because then you spend a reasonable amount of time with some of your shadow Pokemon before you get there to be able to perhaps unshadow Pokemonify them.
Thank you. It's better than saying blank at this point, I guess.
Yeah, like one thing I should bring up in terms of how Shadow Pokemon battle, you just saw the aura around my Quilava burst up even more so. That is Hyper Mode, and it gives the Pokemon a bit of a buff, but by the same token, it can also have other negative consequences, like they sometimes stop obeying you, and like they either attack themselves or their teammate, or sometimes they just flat out ignore your order.
Yeah.
And this is useful in the game when you start worrying about like their heart gauge and whatnot, but if you want to snap him out of it so he can just start battling normally again, just call him. That fourth option you see on the battle menu that replaces run in this game. Just do that and it will just snap back to its senses and start battling normally again.
I got you.
So yeah, it does become like another little thing that you have to manage over the course of fighting with Shadow Pokemon, which again, it can slow down the battle system, which was one of the points of contention with this game when it came out. But it also, like, you get used to it. You sometimes get a workflow going when you're battling, and it doesn't become that offensive to me. It's more like one point in a lot of little irritating things more than anything.
Alright, Flame, you're gonna have to quell this cat fight and fight! Fight! Fight for Rui's honour!
Yes, we've got to sort out the petty little bickering. Goody. Thankfully, she's got nothing that's actually a threat.
Oh no, a Gulpin. What's he gonna do? Like swallow and then spit up? Jesus.
Yeah, but also it's 2 poison types against the psychic type. They're basically screwed.
Yes, they are fucked, and they're her only Pokemon as well, so, like, get wrecked, fam. I've spent my entire childhood beating the fuck out of Zubats. I've got this.
Well, when it comes to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you'll have to catch them by using motion controls. Are you ready for that, Flame?
I'm using motion controls again, goody. Like,
Well, at least this time you're actually using motion controls and not just trying to, like, troll people online.
True. Well, I mean, like, nobody has any proof as to whether I'm using motion controls or not. Like, even if I'm not using a Wiimote, I might just be getting really invested in it and waving my controller around like a madman. You don't know that.
Yeah, this is very true.
That does sound, like, consistent with your behaviour and brain patterns and whatnot, if you know what I'm saying. Oh well, enough banter and passive-aggressive dialogue for now. We'll see you next time when our Pyrite Town adventures continue. See you next time.